Okay, so hi everyone. So today we're going to be doing a Myuu battle. So I am a gym leader in the Trinchar server. So the person starts out with Asmuril, and then I go for a Toxic. And then after I Pokédex the Asmuril, because I'm not sure what Asmuril is weak to. And after I Pokédex the Asmuril, which I spell it wrong many times because they kind of look the same. And it's like, my phone autocorrected it to the wrong thing many times. Or I just chose the wrong thing. So after I get it, and then after I go back, and I'm like, I have nothing effective to it. So I choose to go for a Sand Tomb to do a little bit of damage over time and kind of trap it so I can kill it eventually. So it kills me, obviously. Then I'm like, what do I do? Because it got off a belly jump. So then I go for my Metagross, and it can take at least 1 or 2 hits. And then I go back there for some reason to see what it's weak to. And then after I Mega my Metagross, there's no point not to Mega it. And so after I Mega it, I go back to see what it's weak to again because I can't remember. And after I remember, I go for an Earthquake. And so the person is still choosing their move, so I wait for a bit. And so while they wait, they go into a Garchomp, which it does a lot of damage for even for a Garchomp. It was like a good amount of damage. I go for a nice punch. Garchomp fate. I can't say that word. And then they were like, "Oh, I see," because I have a pretty kind of slow physical attack Metagross because it's shiny. It has good IVs and speed. I'm not quite sure why it was slow that time. Then they go into a Blaziken, and I'm thinking, oh crap, because this is not good because Blaziken has a speed boost because no one uses non-HA Blaziken or not Mega Blaziken. So I'm like, oh no. And then I was like, in my gym, I should have HA Blaziken banned. But it's fine taking HA Blaziken down because my Metagross can usually take about 2 or 3 hits. I'm pretty sure my Metagross can even tank Flare Blitz. So then after I kill the Blaziken, and then I'm like, how did I go first with the Blaziken but not the Garchomp? So then after that, the person's also thinking the same thing. So then after that, they switch into their Asmodee again, which I poisoned with my Toxic. And then after that, I'm like, what do I do? So I go for an Earthquake, and we're waiting for them to make a move. And so they go for an Aqua Jet, which crits and takes me out, which I'm really mad about because I hate Aqua Jet Asmodee with Belly Drum. I mean, it's a really good Pokemon. It's just so annoying sometimes. It's like, no, because that's what usually barely takes me out. And like, especially like my Metagross, my Hippodon, especially when it gets a crit. Then I go for my Garchomp trying to get a Z move. I always waste my Z moves on the Pokemon I shouldn't waste them on. But I was like, I don't want to risk it with this. So I went for an Aqua Jet, and then I went for a Rick and Blitz, and I did it. And so after that, they go into a Gardevoir, and I'm like, what is Gardevoir weak to? Because I'm not sure. So I Pokédex the Gardevoir, and after that, I try to see what it's weak to. And then I see, and then I'm like, okay, so Grass, Poison, and Steel. Not bad, not bad. I don't have any of those, but I was like, I can go for a Giga Impact or something. And then that I had a fiery EMZ, but I use a normal EMZ because it's just 10 times. It's just a good coverage move, especially with Giga Impact. So I die, and then I go into Tyranitar because I know my Tyranitar has an Assault Vest, and they can probably take a hit from this because all my Pokemon are really tanky except for like my Excadrill, and for some reason my Hippodon isn't that tanky either. So I go back to see what it's weak to because I can't remember. Then after that, I go for a Shadow Claw. Gardevoir faints after I do he does 213 damage to me. I'm not sure how I survived. And then they go into a scissor. I'm like, crap, because my Tyranitar has Fire Fang. But I'm like, it probably isn't going to survive. So it turns out this was a Mega Scissor, actually. So that was even worse. And then I die. Because, like, I'm not sure why I died. I should really just get like something like extreme speed on one of my Pokemon. So I can kill things like that. But anyway, or kill Asmodeus because Asmodeus get annoying, bro. Like, they really do. Okay, so I go into my Glysaur, just trying to do anything. I was gonna go for a poison jab, and I'm like, no, it's immune to steel. I mean, immune to poison, the steel type. And then after that, I go for an Aqua Tail, hoping it'll, just do something. Like 100, and maybe get a crit and one-shot it. But, no, not even close. It did 50 damage, and he was just spamming Source Dance, so I'm like, I have to take it down soon. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? I think I should make my Glysaur learn a fire move, because I don't ever use Earth Power, because I have no reason to use Earth Power. Because I know my Tyranitar knows Fire Fang, but that doesn't do anything. It's like, because by the time they switch into like their Scizor, he's already about to die. So I die, and I'm like, this is not looking good. And then the sandstorm ends. So I'm like, I don't have Sand Rush, and I'm like, oh crap. So then and then I'm like, oh no, this is not very good. Like I keep saying. So then I go for an earthquake, and I don't kill it, but I'm so close. I'm like, no, but then it's like my last Pokemon, and they're gonna win. So I lost that battle. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.